before I continue. Okay, looks like it's great. So, hi, welcome to the Instagram people. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to Facebook and YouTube. So, I thought let us talk about this topic that is important to us, a topic that most of the times we we want to understand a little bit more. Why am I feeling like my things are not open? Like I feel like there's so much closed doors in my life. Like I feel like there isn't progress in my life. So that is a real thing. Thank you so much, guys. Let me know where you're tuning in from when you're coming through. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I hope my sound is great. Let me know if you can hear me well on YouTube and on Facebook. Instagram is perfect. So thank you so much for letting me know that you can hear me. But just let me know where you're tuning in from. Okay. So we're talking about open doors and closed doors. So I was just saying that we all sometimes feel like, you know what, things are not going the way I want them to be going. Things are not happening in a way that makes sense. So, and when you do feel like there is something wrong, it's normally true. There's no way you can think things are not going well while they are going well. I mean, why would that be? So do not think that it's not true. You just thinking it because it's true. You definitely are feeling that, and it's true that there is probably something that is not going well with you. So now, make sure that you find out, if you can, of what is not going right, because that is literally one of the things that will help you to deal with stuff in your life. So is it because I am not physically doing something, so I'm not actioning things, or is it because I am not emotionally ready for this? I am not understanding what I need to be feeling, I'm not understanding what I need to be thinking, or is it a spiritual thing? I'm not connecting spiritually with God. I'm not connecting spiritually with my guides and all that is protecting me, making sure that I'm here in this planet, I'm having this experience. So very important. But today I want to talk to you about the closed doors first. So when people come to me, I'm an energy healer, I'm a international accredited money coach. So people come to me for all sorts of things under the sun. So don't even want to talk too much about that. But sometimes people come to me and they like, you know what, Busi, I've been applying in this company. There's a new position that is better than the one I've had, but they are not taking me. Or I've been putting in a proposal. They are not coming back to me. I mean, I want this project. I want this. And I mean, it's not like it's a perfect company that you could do a project with them. It's a perfect job that you could be working there, but it's just not coming right. And now this person is then thinking that there's something wrong with them. But the thing is this, I mean, most of the time I work with people who have amazing spiritual gifts, who have amazing spiritual connection, who have been gifted with so much. They came to this planet gifted with so much. And when you are in that position, sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know. Normally, people who are not doing things correctly in this world, they feel your energy while you are still coming, and then they start to run away from you, because number one, you might just expose them. Number two, I mean, literally, there is someone washo kahle wathi, you know what, uzophuphisa izinto zami. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to jinx my stuff, like my things are going to lose their power when you are around here. So I will give you a little bit of context on that. This person was working in a company where the person they are working for, they have done a few other, stuff, and that is not correctly aligned with energy, the light energy. And one of the things that was happening, most people that work there, they have debt. They earn money at the end of the month, and then like literally 3 days, they don't have nothing. Like the person will be like, you know what? I used to work to earn a job and I used to have money, but then I work here now and my money, I don't know what happens. I can't save anymore. I'm just having debts everywhere. My money is not like I used to know it. And I'm feeling like, do I not know how to manage money? Do I not know how to do stuff? Like, but I've been okay all along. But then now just things are not working now that I'm in this company. And when we were in the healing session, and I asked her guides, and her guide said was like, oh hell no, we told you not to go to this company and you said they paid more than where you are, so you went. Now you see, we knew why you shouldn't do it, why you shouldn't be going into this company, because the people there are not set up correctly. They are not in the light side of life. Their company is growing and it's doing well, not in the light side, so you being there, you are then now receiving of this. And literally people who work there don't have money, because literally there isn't real money. You get paid today and it goes back to like them, that's something like that. So, and I think, of course, she got the job. And I mean, in other people, they never get the job, because your guys are not just going to let you, your angels are not going to let you even go there, because it's going to stress you being there. And when are you thinking, oh, this is the perfect job, I'm going to be getting paid like twice or whatever, and you are excited. But the thing is this, you have other closed doors that you look into your life and you think they are closed doors. Those doors are not your doors. There are doors that you're not supposed to walk into. There are doors that you need to leave alone. So what I'm saying to you is that sometimes when you see closed doors, don't try pushing them. And I know, everybody has been saying these, you know what? Break it down, make stuff happen. Sometimes it is because you are being protected. And when are you thinking it's about the extra money? When are you thinking it's about the whatever that you're seeing there, but you have not asked from above. You have not asked your guiding team. You have not asked if I should be here, even if it looks this great. Should I be there? So you then just think in your head, this is a closed door. It's not a closed door. It's a door you shouldn't be at, even to start with. Then you come to Busi and you're like, oh no, Busi, I have a problem. I can't get myself a job. And then, of course, we check and we're like, no, not this one. And of course, it's good to do that, because then you actually find out why most of the times. But you don't even have to come to me for that. You need to sit down and ask your guiding team for the right answer. If this you're supposed to be there. So, like I'm saying, I was told by somebody, Guti, you're gonna take my power away if you are in my. This person will be like, we can collaborate, we can do amazing things together. They were like, oh hell no, not you with you. Oh hell no, not with you. I can collaborate with anybody in the planet, definitely not you. And I was like, you know what? For some time I was like, oh, that would have been nice. What happened to us? We used to do stuff well. Like, no, you turned against me. And I think it was like 1 minute, one day when I heard Kuti, we are no longer doing this, I was literally like, I felt like, what's wrong with me? What have I done? Why this person no longer likes me? And then that's when my guides told me, they're like, oh, hell no. You're not going to be able to work with this person anymore. This person has decided on another thing, which you can't work with. You are not supposed to work with stuff. So if you are there, you're going to neutralize things and it's not going to work for them anymore. So do not touch it. And I literally walked away with a clean heart. With it, like, oh, I get it. Oh, hell yes, I get it. I'm not gonna be here and messing up with this, because So sometimes you think people don't want to collaborate with you. Sometimes you think people don't want to give you the chance, the job, or the opportunity. It is because they see the light in you. But most of the times, you don't know about the light you have. I mean, for a long time, I didn't know about my light. They see the light in you. They see like, no way, this person is not going to be the right one for this. So you're thinking that people are not liking you. You're thinking something is wrong with you. Like I said, when I start, sometimes there is something wrong that you need to fix. But like sometimes it is not something wrong. It is actually something good that you're not working with these people. It is actually something good that they are not hiring you here. So I want to say to you, be careful of what you call a closed door. It might be the path, it might be just you getting your life saved. Okay? So please make sure that you do not look at closed doors with that eye. So now I want to talk about the open doors, like the stuff that we do want to get into. So before we continue, let me just check. I mean, because the Instagram, I don't see it well. Okay, there. So anytime you want to ask something, please do ask. Anytime you do want to ask something, do just put it in on the chat. I'll see it. And please click on the subscribe button if you are in YouTube. Please click on the like button if you are in Facebook or in YouTube. Please do that because it just helps other children find us. And then click on the share button because that's the one thing you can do for other people. You can literally save the world from trauma because somebody is going through a lot. They're having depression, thinking there's something wrong with them. While there isn't something wrong with them, they just need to hear this. Like, okay, move on. This was never your thing. It actually not serve you, and you are actually being protected and saved by not having this. So click on the share button. It's on somewhere there on YouTube. It's somewhere there on Facebook. It's somewhere there on Instagram. I don't know in Instagram if there's a share button, but click on it. Anyway, click on it so that next time when we have these videos, you see this. So then the open doors. So the good thing about the open doors is that you are given a blessing by God. God, before we were in our mother's womb, God made sure that He gives us everything that we're gonna need for this lifetime. So maybe God knows that we're gonna need 3 million. God knows we're gonna need whatever that we're gonna need. We're gonna need a husband. We're gonna need this and this and this and this. And these things are already now set up for us. But when we get here, we see the one with the car and we're like, oh no, I want a man with a car. That one is not for you. So you just be like listening to human beings telling you the right partner must look like this, she must do this, she must da. He must be like that, he must be like that. Then you, of course, bagging the wrong tree. And then, of course, you're gonna probably get there and find out that it was the wrong tree, and then now you're ahead, and then now you blame Umjolo and all this stuff. But it's fine. I mean, these things happen to us and we learn. Now, God gives us everything we need. But then when we get here, if we're not using the stuff that we need, God doesn't really care. I promise you, God doesn't really care if we get the stuff correct or not. Because why? God knows that there are so many lifetimes that we're gonna come back here. And God is like, if you're not getting in this time, it's fine. You know, if you've watched Jumanji or you've played a computer game, you always get lifetimes and you can die and then come back, die, come back, die, come back. So literally, God doesn't care if you don't use it now. God is like, oh, don't worry, my child, die, come back. The stuff is here. I mean, I set it up for you every time. So like this time I got born into this lifetime in this 80s. Oh, guys, this was my birthday in the 31st. I'm getting very, 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 very experienced with life. Not old, experienced with life. So now, God is like, child, the stuff has been set up for you very, 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 very long time. Many lifetimes. Just this lifetime, I'm here again to try again. Yeah, I think that sounds right. Try again. So God doesn't care if you get it right or wrong. God is just happy you are here. You're playing the game. That's all. So the fact that God has given you everything, the is the same reason why you need to know what is there for you. But then the good thing is that God keeps saying, you're in a game. Then there's level 1, you pass level 1, you go to level 2, you pass level. So you're going to all this level, and then level 3 has its own challenges, and then you go through, you pass it, you go to level 4. So God keeps put desires in your heart and say, hey, the next level has this and this for you, and then you go and you pass it, and it's goes like what? Maybe you die at level 5, then you're gonna come back at level 6. So sometimes that's why we see other people like they have an old soul. So I'm one of those people that have an old soul type vibe. Like, when I was 30, I'd like done so much. I'd gone myself in 40 million rent debts and came out and all that. And people were like, kanjani? Wow, what's wrong with you? You're like so young. Why have you gone through so much? But the thing is that I was probably starting life at level 12. Because every time we go out, we come back, we start where we left off. So you see that other children are so young, but they are so intelligent already. Like, what's wrong with this child? Why are you so understanding so much while you're still young? Oh no, they have just been here so many times. They've got this whole entire life thing. So they just need to remember again where they left off so that they can continue from there. Okay. So now so God has this plan for us that is about whatever how many lifetimes. And God is not panicking about this lifetime where you're not getting stuff done. So the only thing that actually cares about you doing stuff here is your guides. Your guides want to keep you alive as long as possible. Your guides want you to move and do stuff that makes sense so that you go into the next level. Because why? Your guides actually need you to continue because you are carrying the baton. You have, like, just like when people run that what is it called, relay, like you give the baton to another person and then you run. The further and quickest you run, the team wins. And then you give it to another one and then they run. So that's what your guys want. They want you to run as quick as possible. They want you to run and like win for the team. So when you're here and then you're busy like getting to the wrong job, getting into the wrong relationship, you're wasting time. They're not happy with that. That's why other people be like, oh my God, I've not been finding a job for the past 10 years and I don't know why. Your guys are like, we don't want you in a job. We want you in this calling. We want you in this purpose. We want you in this thing. Stop the job thing. The job thing is wasting our time. We want you to be moving fast. Can't you just get it right? Can't you just like get it? We don't have time. You need to in this lifetime do this thing quick. And then by the time you give it to another person, the progression has happened. I mean, there was a time where there wasn't a car in this planet. There was a time when there wasn't an aeroplane in this planet. There was a time when transport was what? Horses. Look at us today. So our guides are like, move forward. Move. There was never Facebook. When I was born, there was no Facebook. Look at what Facebook has done. I mean, we went into lockdown and Facebook just made our lives perfect. There was no internet at one time. So our guides are just like, move fast. So our guides protect us. Our angels protect us. They protect us from all sorts of things because they want us to keep alive so that we can move on. But then they want to guide us to say, don't touch there. That is wrong for you. You work with this person, you're going to be broke all your life. You date this person, you're going to be broke all your life. You work at this company, you're going to be broke all your life. You work in this company, it's toxic. It's going to stress you out. You're going to get weight because you're going to start drinking alcohol because the boss is traumatizing you and all the stuff. And your guys is like, just don't do that. Stop eating too much. I mean, I always say to my clients, eat 1 meal a day. It will change your whole entire life. I do that. I eat 1 meal a day. I mean, God knows I shouldn't be eating what I'm eating in this 1 meal a day, but it helps to have one, only one. I mean, literally one of the wrong thing is better. So, I mean, there are other days where I'm just like, oh, hallelujah, I'm doing great. But most of the days I'm not. But then the 1 meal a day actually helps out a lot. there's this thing of clicking on, la 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 la. I see. I was just looking at the comments. How do they come up? So now I see. You just need to click on the comment and it shows up on the screen. Damn. I'm learning this thing, guys. I'm learning this thing. So please make sure that you are clicking on the share button, you are clicking on the like button, you are clicking on the whatever button you need to click on. Please, please. I mean, the only work of the Lord that you can do this hour is share this with somebody. Click on the like button, click on the share button. Somebody needs to hear this because they're thinking life is hard, but they don't understand what is actually going on. That is when they do understand what is going on, they're going to understand what they need to do with life. So somebody said the closed door can be a blessing in disguise. It could save you the time and headache in the situation. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that, because I mean, exactly that's what I was saying. So how Latle says, hey Busi, I got my previous job without even applying for it. Yep. Then got another job in 2019. It wasn't thrilled. I wasn't thrilled about it. I made an emotional decision and left. Now I think maybe it was a mistake. So you see, again, like I'm saying, sometimes you look at it and you're thinking, wow, this is the thing. This is the next thing. This is like, yay, 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 yay. It's good. And you haven't asked, you haven't inquired if this is for you. Like I'm saying, your guides are literally there to put you in the right things that are going to help you to get into the right vibe, right people, so that you can move on as quickly as possible, just like in that relay, so that you can run faster, so that you can win for the team. So now we have all these desires that God gives us, because the desires is what tells us the next level is ready. So like I was saying, in that game, you play level 1, you go through level 1 things. Let me see. There's somebody who's saying on Instagram, I need that, says Busi, to understand what I need to do, even what is going on. Oh, all right, it's in Mfundo. Okay, so we'll talk about trust right now. How do you then how do you connect with your higher self, so then you can understand what must happen? Okay, so then you do not find yourself in the wrong situations, because then if you are thinking this is the greatest job, but then you don't see the money, then what is that? So that is what we're going to talk about just now. How do you then connect with your higher self to know when you are doing the wrong things? Okay, so when you are about to do the wrong thing, I can tell you so many stories about me and that. So now, like I said, we are playing this game, and every time God will put on your heart a desire, God will say, now you must desire a BMW. Now you must desire a mansion. Now you must desire this kind of money, salary. Now you must desire this. So when you desire a new thing, it means that you have passed the previous level. You are ready for the new level. Now you can literally see this. It happens to us all the time. 10 years ago, you were probably having different goals as today. 20 years ago, I probably 30, 20 years ago, I was thinking about a test. I was thinking about a test as the most amazing thing that can happen in my life. Today, well, I went through, I had a test and all that happened. And that level was done, past that level of a test. Today, I'm in a level of another different, amazing, hallelujah, Jesus. Thank you for that level that is coming. And so, the more desires you have, the more bigger desires or goals or wantings that you have. It's a good thing to desire things that are bigger, way bigger than you, because it's just God saying you are now ready for the next level. That's all. Now, other people then use those desires to traumatize themselves, to stress themselves out. You cannot be stressing yourself that you don't have a BMW. A BMW is the next level, and it will happen automatically when you're in that level, understanding how the level work first. I mean, people who play games can literally tell you, I know level 7 works like this. That's what you need to know. Okay, so that is how it works. So do not feel like, oh, the next job, I don't have it. Now I want to kill myself because I don't have this and this and this and this. Don't do that. Don't let the blessings of God cause you sorrow, because God blesses you when He says you are ready for the next level. Don't make that an issue now when you're like, oh no, I still don't have a husband. I want to kill myself because I still don't have a husband. I mean, really? That is a blessing, the fact that you want one. There are people who actually don't want no husband. I was once one of them. And it was probably not in my level at that time. I was just like, look at people like, what's wrong with you? Want what? Ooh, for in. You want husband to do what? So now, do not then let those wantings, those desires traumatize you into oh, I'm not good enough. Why is the other person now have this and that? What? No, relax. Okay. So now we're going to talk about how then do you know which door is good for you, which open one, which one you should just walk away from, because there's a whole lot of doors. We've just seen that. So now you need to connect with your higher self. So connecting with your higher self means what? Let's talk about the benefits first. Connecting with your higher self is when you can be content. You can be content with what you have. It doesn't matter what it is that you have. You are content with it. So that is the biggest thing that a lot of people cannot get right, being content. And it's not about not wanting more. Because people would be like, okay, you're saying I should be content with what I have. So then do you mean that I should be content with being single so that I don't look for a person? Be content with being yourself, that it is okay for you to be by yourself, but also it's not an issue and it's not a problem for you to be with somebody else, because either they are here or they are not, you are okay. Now, when you're doing that, what you're doing is that you're cleaning that vibration, that you will not find yourself with another person who is just getting into a relationship because they want something they don't have. So you're not going to find a person who doesn't have money. They want to get into a relationship because they want your money. You're not going to find yourself in a relationship with somebody who just wants sex and they're getting into a relationship because they want your sex. And like once they've got it, I mean, I saw the other day on Twitter a very helpful story. This lady's like, oh, I got this guy. We slept together, and in the morning the guy had blocked me. And then she's like, what should I do about this? And then the other one is like, oh, don't worry, tell Jesus about it. And then she was like, please don't do that to me. I mean, yeah, I mean, so that person was just looking for sex, but then they connected with you because you were just like, oh my God, I'm going to die if I don't have a relationship. So being content, number one, being content is going to help you to not go into wrong doors. It will help you to see the correct doors, because you attract in your life exactly whom you are creating. So if you are creating from a place of, I'm going to die if I don't have anybody, I don't know what to do with myself, I don't have a life, I just need a boyfriend, I just need a girlfriend, you will find somebody who has exactly the problems that you have of being desperate about something. And then they will finish your money, and then they will finish your time and energy, and then they will go and marry somebody else, and I mean, whatever. So, and then you will cry and be like, oh, boys are bad, oh, girls are bad. You were the one who attracted a person who has the same problems as you. So in this case, you needed to fix you to be content with what you have, so that you can find a person who's content. Because if you find a person who doesn't need to be in a relationship for any other reason, but they just want to be with somebody to share their life with, to have companion with, they will be fine. They will be there and they will want the same thing you want. And then there wouldn't be a problem, right? Okay, so I'm a coach, and every day, especially, the coaching part maybe like it's better, but in the healing side, we are always healing. I am always healing and seeing people that created their own problems. They created literally their own problems. Now their problems are haunting them, and then that's why they need the healing. All of us we do it. All of us we do that, and it's good. It's good. It's not bad. It's literally that that lesson that you are still going around this level, and you are finding out how the level works. So sometimes you find how the level works by all sorts of crazy things that happen to. When I was in 40 million rent debt, I didn't understand that money was an energy. I didn't understand that I had to fix my energy for money to stay with me, because I could make money, but then guess what? I was losing it. So I was still learning. 7 businesses failed. I was learning the level. So sometimes learning the level is not a bad thing. Just don't think that you're a horrible person because what's happening in your life. Okay. All right. So number 1 is that thing, be content. Number 2 is the fact that you need to understand how are you connected spiritually with your guiding team. So what is your guiding team? I can talk about that for 2 weeks, literally straight. But your guiding team, every time you decide that God, I'm ready. When I'm ready for another I'm ready for another lifetime. God is like, okay, Charles, go ahead. I'm gonna send you with support staff. I'm gonna send you with support staff. So God literally sends you with support staff here. Everybody gets their own dedicated angel. And then you come through here, and then there's a lineage that has come before you that is like, yay, here's another team member. It's arriving just right about now. And then you arrived here. So, and then there's beings, a whole lot of that. I don't even want to talk about that. There's beings also that are not, that have never come to the physical plane, but they have decided that they will stay in those other planes, but they are so invested in what we're doing here. They love seeing us evolve. They don't want to come into the human space, because coming into the human space is the most feared thing in the spiritual realm. It's like, oh my God, you are so brave. You want to be a human. Oh my God, those people forget who they are, and they spend so much time finding out who they are. So there are beings that just like, oh, so we want to chill out here. We're just interested in watching the movie. We don't want to be in the movie. So we like the brave ones. We're like, no, we'll go there. We'll go and play a part in that crazy thing called life. And we're going to do it for so many other times. Other people come here once and they're like, I'm never coming back. Some of us come back again and again. I don't know why we're outdated with this physical plane, but we come back so many other times. Hence, you'll find that somebody's being called an old soul. They've just been here so many times. They're like, I want to get to level what? Because you've seen people when they play games, they're people who just want to play one level and they're done. They're people who want to play all 1,000 levels. They just get. So, of course, you then need to understand your guiding team. You need to understand them so that you can hear from them. Now, there was a time where I also didn't understand who my guiding team was. I didn't connect with them. I had no connection with them. The good thing is that your spirit is always connected to God. There's nothing that you can do there. They are like the most craziest thing that you can do. People do it in this planet where they totally disconnect from the light and they just stay in the dark side of life. Of course, at some point, your spirit gets like chowed up. Not chowed up, like, I don't know how to explain it, but like you'll have to have done too much. Like, it's not easy to get that thing done. So our spirit is always connected to God, but our soul is the thing. Our soul is what knows who is in our soulmate team. So all of us, like I said, we come through with support staff. So you get soulmates that are gonna be like, I'm gonna be her mother, I'm gonna be her father, I'm gonna be her her mamncane, I'm going to be her cousin, I'm going to be her boyfriend, I'm going to be her husband that traumatizes her, I'm going to be her boss that traumatizes her also, I'm going to be this and this and this and this and this and this. So you come in with these people who agrees to be in your team and you are in their teams. So all of us come here in that way, in that team, but then also we come with our support staff. So when you sit down and pray, you then, and with that intention, you then understand who is in your side. Why am I with this person at this time right now? What is the connection between me and them? Is it a lifetime connection? Is it a 2-day connection? Because other people have a 5-day connection and after 5 days it's over. But then you want to make it a lifetime connection, then you mess it up. That's why there are people who live for 2 days and then they die. They come in, their mother's womb, out 2 days, gone, because that's all they wanted to do. And they decided with the mother that we're going to do this for 2 days because you as the mother need this process to happen like this because it's going to teach you 1, 2, 3. It's going to do this and this for you. So that person is in your team and they decided that they're going to be here to then serve you in this way, serve you in the 2 day of having a baby, and then you don't. So when you don't understand, when you have not connected with your team, your spiritual team, you will not understand. You will think life is horrible to you. Why, God, you give me a child for 2 days and then you take them away? Why, God, you give me a husband and then you take him away? Why, God, you give me a job and you take it away? Why, God, you give me, I don't know, a car and you take it away? Why? It's not God who's taking it away. It's the person who was like, okay, fine, your journey is supposed to go like this, like this, like this. Me, I'm going to come in, I'm going to help you fix this thing. Duh. They're just doing their job. You are playing a part in another person's life. You're being toxic in another person's life for that purpose, literally. Of course, I mean, this sounds like crazy, but I promise you, when you have made the connection, when you've activated this conversation between you and your spiritual team, you will understand these things. Now, what is the purpose of you understanding these things? Is that when things are getting tough, I mean, yesterday I posted that, 2020 was hard, but 2021 is like crazily, seriously mental hospital crazy. And I mean, I can tell you in my life, drama. I do not know how much I can tell you this. But because I am in connection with my spiritual team, they like, oh, hell no. Do not worry about this. Also, this, don't worry about it. Also, this is for that. This is some stuff I don't know. I'm like, but this is why it's happening now. They like, remember, it's part of the whole thing. You getting to learn stuff. I mean, right now I'm doing shadow work, and I mean, I've been doing shadow work for probably 2 weeks now, just like straight. And one of the things I found out 3 days ago was I am the worst suspicious person in the planet, and this being suspicious has caused me so much progress in my life. I have lost out on big stuff in my life because I'm suspicious. And I mean, why am I suspicious? I mean, I grew up with no parents. So being suspicious was a normal thing. When you don't have parents, you have to take care of yourself in all sorts of ways. But then I also, all my whole entire teenage life, which is probably about 15 years, I slept in a house, that the door didn't have a lock. Every night, I used to think about all the things that can happen to me. Being a girl, staying in a place that is like, wow, not with a door that doesn't lock. So how would I not be suspicious? But then I took that into my adulthood, and then I was suspicious of everybody. So while I'm doing this shadow work, I found out that you've been missing out on things like this. I mean, the file came out because you are suspicious. Oh my goodness, what? And the whole entire file rolled in my eyes. And then, of course, I had to now start the healing process. Now, the weirdest thing is that I cannot trust people. I thought I trust people. I mean, no, I'm good. I don't trust people. And Then the file was just played in front of me. This is when also you lost out because you didn't trust. This is bad. Okay, now that was heartbreaking. But then, of course, I got the chance to then now fix this. So again, also the other thing I was just been like thinking I'm the nicest person in the planet. So doing this shadow work has showed me all the places that I've been toxic to people. So doing shadow work is the best thing you can ever do for yourself to connect and understand directly what your guides want you to do. So I have a course on that. It's called Aligning to You. It's a 7-day course. It's the most intense course that I have ever typed out, because literally I type up the courses. I am told what to type. I have nothing to do with the course. So if it's hard, it's not me that made it hard. So, and you need to fast for 7 days while you're doing this course, but it's just like it will show you all your files, like all your files. Okay, so then when you're connecting with these guides, you then understand what must you do and what must you not do. Should I start the business? No, don't start the business. Get the job. Should I get the job? No, don't get the job. Get the business. Should I get married? No, don't get married. Do this. Should I leave the country and go stay in another country? Yes, go stay in another country. This is not the one for you. You got born here just for one reason. Now you finished it. Go into another country. So that is the benefit of it. And it is not a 1-day journey of you just like, oh, I'm going to wake up and I'm going to talk to my guides and I'm going to talk to my angels. I mean, part of the Align into your course is you learning to talk to angels, literally talking to angels, because the angels are all over the place all the time. And we were supposed to know them and hear them and work with them and see them. But somebody told us it's wrong. But then you can literally see them all the time. Possible, very, very possible. So part of the Aligned to course is working with angels. So you learn that. I teach you that in the course. So what I'm saying is that now connecting with your higher self, learning how to connect with your higher self is not a 1-day process. It is literally just like school. You go through grade 1, you go to grade 2, you grow towards getting better. Sometimes you miss it, sometimes you get it right. So now, this coming Goddess course on the 25th, that's what I'm going to be teaching thoroughly, how to connect with your higher self. If you really, really are thinking maybe this time I connect with who is guiding me, connect with who I am supposed to connect with, that is needing to guide me, that wants to guide me, that is sent here to guide me. It is time. Probably I need that, because I've tried all stuff in this planet and I can see that, you know what, I could do with a little bit of guidance. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of just going through life and trying everything under the sun. I just want to go into the right doors. I want to go into the right places. So we're going to be doing that on the 25th of April. Come through. It's a 4-hour workshops on a Sunday, starting at 4, finishing at 8 at night. I'm going to be talking about how to pray, how to connect, how to talk to angels, how to all that stuff, and why sometimes you are blocked, how to cleanse yourself when you are blocked, how to know when you need to cleanse, what to do for cleansing, because you cannot just connect with the wrong heart. A lot of people have to cleanse their hearts because you can't connect with a bad heart. You can't connect with a heart ebalisa. You can't connect with bitterness. You can't connect with wounds. All those things need to be cleansed from you so that you can be able to connect. Because connecting with the light, you need to come with the light. So, but then there's so much stuff that happens in our lives on a daily basis that we keep stacking. Our chakras are blocked. We don't know if you are going or we are coming. So that is what I teach. I'm going to be teaching on this 25 April is, I think, 25. I'm going to post it on my Instagram, and I've probably posted it already on my Facebook, but I'll post it again. Come through on the 25. We're going to be learning about connecting with your higher self. There is immense benefit. But of course, if you have never started the journey, it's a good time to start. It is a journey, hence I'm saying you're going to have to learn to start even to understand who you are, then understanding who is actually sent here to help you, and then understand how you can then understand them better so that you can understand how they tell you stuff. I mean, for me, literally, when I have a question, I know I just need to drive to a Pick and Pay. The lady at the till is going to tell me exactly what I need to know about my problem. It happens all the time. It happened yesterday at Spa. It happened. So every time when I've got a heavy heart about something, I ask the question, and I just need to go and listen to people's conversations. I'll hear somebody talk about something that I need to hear. So so what I'm saying is that you get to understand even at that level of how am I going to get my answer? Especially that happens when I am not normally ready for the answer. So when I'm ready for the answer comes through quickly. When I'm not ready for the answer comes through like in those kind of ways. And I know how those happens. So another way is like my angels talk to me in numbers. So I see numbers, like I know how those numbers will show up. And when they show up, I know, okay, so this number means this number means that. So, and you might be seeing those numbers and you don't know that the angels are talking to you because you are not connected with them. You don't know the communication lines between you and them. Okay, so sometimes it's my body, like I was saying, when I found out about this whole thing of being suspicious, my nose was doing the craziest things. Like, my nose was troubling me for some time, and I've kept thinking, oh, it's just an allergy. I'm gonna get an allergy, whatever. I'm gonna sort it out. Hey, my nose was getting worse. And then I knew. I mean, like I said, the nose. There's a problem there. Check out what's up with that nose. I was like, man, it's just you know what? So and then I think at Saturday I woke up and there was blood coming out of my nose, and I was like, oh well, now this is hectic. So I was like, my guys, do I have cancer? And they were like, no, you don't. Because I googled what? Why would I have a bloody nose? And then there was all sorts of stuff, and then there was the one, if there's blood coming out, you might have cancer. I was like, oh, hell. Okay, so then I asked, and I was like, okay, fine, do I have cancer? It's like, no. It's a spiritual message. And then I checked it out, and it was like, it's this thing of being suspicious. And then since then, my nose is fine, because I started doing the shadow work on that, fixing that with me. So sometimes it manifests me physically. The messages, when you're still ignoring them. So many people come to me and say like, I've been to every specialist. My tummy is giving me so much problems. Like, what is happening? And then the guys will be like, yeah, thank you for coming. Now stop wasting money and your medical aid. It's never gonna get fixed. I mean, there's a lady that the guys just told her, go and do this. Take something in your cupboard, in your house. Do this and do this and do that. She did it. She come back a week later. She's like, I have never had that problem again. A problem that has cost her thousands and thousands and thousands of tests and doctors checking, and they like, we don't see nothing. She was shocked that she was healed by something in her cupboard. And it wasn't about the thing in the cupboard, of course. It was that now she knew what was the problem. She had to find out what was the problem. So sometimes the communication manifests in your body, like just I'm saying, there are people who get cancer, and that cancer can be healed in 2 days. And I've seen that happen. Cancer can be healed in 2 days until you actually agree, Guti, you have not been speaking out, and then you have throat cancer. You've not been telling the truth, and you've throat cancer. People ask you, how are you doing? And you lie. You say you are fine when you're not fine. You have a husband, you don't tell that you hate what he does. You have a mother that you don't tell that you hate what she does. And then you keep holding this thing. You have a boss that you don't tell the truth to, that you are not happy with stuff. You keep holding it, then you get throat cancer. It is not that you are sick or something. That thing can be sorted out in no time. But it's the message it's coming up with. It will manifest in your body. I mean, you guys want to tell you something. It will manifest. Hence, I'm telling you, God doesn't care if you die or not. God is like, don't worry, my child, die now. Come back. Start again, fresh. So you can pray. But if you're not getting the message, it's not going to change. So prayer is not, you don't pray to stop things from happening. You pray to understand why things are happening. So that is what we're going to be doing on the 25th. Because if ever you pray for things to stop, you are wasting your precious time. You rather go and drink. I don't know what else you can do with your life, but you never pray for stuff to stop happening. You pray to understand why is stuff happening. Because stuff cannot just happen just because it's just decided to start happening, unless by a lawyer, which is another thing. So you need to know why stuff happening. So I wasn't praying for a nose to stop bleeding, for blood to stop coming out of my nose. I was just praying to understand why is it coming out of my nose. That's my thing. Why is it coming out of my nose? And then I've got the answer, and then I dealt with it, and then the nose is fine now. The nose is my nose was it was horrible. Like I don't know how to explain how horrible this. I was carrying blood like this. It was that bad. And then now it's gone. I would have went to the doctor. The doctor would have been so shocked. And then the doctor would have been like, let's do tests. I was gonna waste money and energy and got a fright of my life thinking I've got cancer and probably, whatever. But then it was just a message. Okay. So when you understand what you are doing when you're praying, what you're doing when you are asking God, things go quick, fast. Hence, I told you, your guides are wanting you to get things quick here. They don't want you to be dying while you haven't done what you are here for, because they benefit from what you are getting done here, because they want to see this world become a better place. And you are the key to that. Hence, you decided you wanted to come here. Okay. So let me see any questions that you've got. Yay. No. Let me see any questions that you've got. So come through on the 25th. It's going to be an amazing day. That 4 hours is going to be an amazing day of just learning and practicing. So all my workshops, we practice. All my workshops, we'll be doing the prayers, we'll be doing the connecting, we'll be doing the asking. You will literally understand what it means to ask and get an answer. And it's not like it's pastors who are special, that they talk to God and God answers them and they tell you God is saying this. No, the stuff you can do yourself. You don't have to go and pay money to understand what God is saying to you. Of course, God gave that to everybody. Anything you see people do that is magic, you can do it. You just have not been told you can do it. You have the power to do it. So the 25 day, it's a we call it a goddess ceremony. We do it every month. So you need, if you are new, you have not ever done the goddess ceremony course, you need to do the course. It's a 9-day course. It just helps you set up correctly for that session, because that session is more practical than learning. So you learn for 9 days before you start you get into the ceremony, because the ceremony is a practical get the chance to do this thing live there. So like I'm saying, if you ever needed to know what your guys are saying and you needed to hear them yourself, come through. Unless you just want to go and pay somebody else what's God saying to you, and it's fine. You can pay somebody to tell you what God says to you. I tell people all the time what God's saying to them, because maybe they really cannot get to understand what God is saying to them at that time. But everybody needs to learn. Everybody needs to learn to hear God for themselves. That's all. Everybody needs to learn what God is saying to them. Hear God for yourself. Of course, other people will tell you things that maybe, just maybe, are not correct, because you are the one who know your situation better. Okay. All right. So you need to do the 9 days. The 9 days is a learning of a whole lot of stuff. And then after the 9 days, you then come through to the goddess ceremony. And then we've got recordings for all the other months. So then when you come through, then you get to have the recordings. So like in January, we're doing money manifestations. In February, we're doing healing for love stuff. In March, we were doing what? I can't remember what we were doing in March. Oh, we were returning the witchcrafts. March was exciting. March was totally traumatic for me, because wow. Hey, I saw witchcraft in another level. So yeah, then this April we're literally doing connecting with your higher self. We're doing prayer, connection, hearing, all the stuff that is supposed to be general knowledge, general things we do every day. But then they told us, oh no, you must go enyangeni uyobuza ukuthi bathini. You must go to somebody, prophet ayokutshela ukuthi what's up. No man, you can get the stuff done in your house, like daily. You can have a consultation every second. I do it. Okay, so let me check on the questions. So let me check on the questions. So I've got Boosie says, I just received a message now from my guides. Bye, my angels. 13. Yeah, that's 1333. Yep, go check it out. Go check it out. So you see, Boosie, that is why it is so simple. It's too easy, actually, to have a consultation every hour, like a free one, a pure free one. You don't have to pay for anything. And it's our power. It's our power. Okay, so hey, babes, Bawala says, looking forward to the 25th. March was a lot, hey. So she was on the March session. It was, hey, March was hectic. March was hectic. I was never ready. I've always been that person who's like naive to witchcraft, but wow, I saw stuff in March session. Nelly Siwe says, wow, I hear you, my sister. Thank you, Nelly, for joining us. Nolo says, I can't wait for the 25th. I know you guys enjoy the stuff. Yay. I think 25th is going to be a nice one. Hey, the other ones, man. Even February was just like, what? So, Mfundo says, how do I sign up for the 9-day course? So the 9-day course, you just need to send an email to my PA. It's pa@busiseleshow.com, or you send it to a WhatsApp number called 061. I'm gonna type it out somewhere. It's on my Instagram post. It's an 061 221 5867. I hope I'm saying it correct. But you just check my Instagram. You'll see the posters with the course. I'm gonna post it just when we're done here. I'm also gonna put it on the thing on the. I'm gonna type it out when I can just now the number, or you can send an email pa@busiseleshow.com, pa@busiseleshow.com, and you say you want to join the Goddess program. And then you get the 9-day course, you do it. The next one is officially starting on the 17th, but you don't have to wait for the 17th. You start anytime you do the work. It's a lot of work, so it's good to start as quicker as you can. And then by the time the 25th comes, you have done the work. You can then join in on the session. So, yeah. Let me see if there's another question. Thank you guys for the comments. I see them. Lindy Nkosi said, but how would you know about the indication of no go door? So that is a good question, Lindy. The indication of a no go door is literally it's one of my ways of knowing is intuition. So I always have the intuition that says this is a not go door. And the intuition is, of course, like light and easy and simple. But then there will be the stuff in me that says, yay, by the way, but if you don't do this, you're going to miss out on this. And da 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 and da 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 da. But then I just know intuition tells me. But then again, I just have to inquire properly. Like, should I be, if this is a serious thing in my life, should I be doing this? And I promise you, I've done a lot of things that I shouldn't be doing. And they just like traumatized a whole lot of my life. But also, I have done a lot of things that didn't look like they would work. And because of intuition, I was shocked when how they worked out. And I was like, I didn't understand this was going to be the result of this. So, yeah. And then there is Randy says, we used to break doors by fire by force. Yeah, don't do that anymore. And then we've got the blind guy, his wife and their life. He says, no questions. You have a great way of explaining. I like that fact that you bring. We all have the power within us. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. I'm glad you understood what I was saying. I know it sounds wrong in so many levels. People who normally listens to what I say are people who really needs to hear it. Everybody else just don't care about stuff I say. So, and I normally say this when I start the show, that if you stay up until now, God wanted you to hear this, because normal human beings don't listen to the stuff. They don't, literally. And it's not, I'm not even offended. I know they don't listen, and they don't have to. Average human beings that are just like, you know what, we don't care about much of this, they don't listen to what I say. So when you listen to it and you actually understand it, it's because literally your guides that day wanted you to hear it. That's the only reason why you stay this long, because it doesn't sound right. Number one, doesn't just sound right. Thank you. Babala has put in the number there for my PA. Thank you so much. You're amazing. You are just so good at admin. I need you in my life. So thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I am going to be doing more live videos. I promise I'm going to be doing more live videos. So if you need to talk to me about anything, send me an inbox on Instagram. Please, guys, I know you are on Facebook. I know you are on YouTube. But the inbox that I answer quickly is the one on Instagram, because the Facebook one, they get lost. I don't see the notifications of when you send an inbox. And on YouTube, I don't even know if anybody can send an inbox. So if you want to ask me something, send me an Instagram inbox. I'll answer you so quickly. Those, they come up just like nicely, quickly to me. Other than that, you send a WhatsApp on that line, 0612215867. You send a WhatsApp if you need to ask anything. If there's a question that you've got, I will reply on that number. You can use it, or you can send me a personal email, busi@busiselesho.com. That is also an email that I do check now. I normally not was when not checking it, but then now I do check that email. So you can send me an email or an inbox, or send a WhatsApp. Thank you so much for tuning in. Sipokas says, if you've been going on interviews and never get the job, could that be a sign? So Sipokas, thank you for asking that. So not all interviews are wrong. Not like really, probably one is not the great one, but most places you should be able to get a job and work. So that might have to do with something like that is personal to you. So you might be wanting a job while you should be wanting something else, but then you're wanting this job because, you know what, I need to pay for stuff. So I need a job, and if your reason for the job is that, normally that's why. There are people, and I've seen them, people who want a job because they really want it for a whole lot of other things other than money. And those people are normally the people who get the job. But the people who are going to the job just because, like, you know what, I know what I need to be doing, but I just need to pay for a few things, so let me look for a job. So normally that doesn't work. So it makes sense, I guess, it's a personal thing that you need to deal with, you, of why you're not actually going for what you should be going for. Instead, you're going to the job, which is still like a shortcut of some way that, okay, fine, I'm going to go to the job, I'm going to work for 3 years, and then I'm going to have money, and then I'm going to come back and do the other thing. Oh, no. 3 years is too much to waste. Because sometimes you're going to have debt, and then you're going to stay there for 20 years. So sometimes not finding the job is not because you're not great enough in the interviews, or people don't think you're amazing. It's just because you are wanting the job for a wrong reason, which you think you need something to take care of you. So the thing is this: your guides are willing all the time, and they're doing it, and they will always do it. They will take care of you. You'll never sleep hungry. But you don't believe in that. You don't connect with that. So then you have that disconnect where, when I know I will never be, when I started to be a coach and do all this healing thing, I was like, God, really? God, seriously, when you look at me, you think the life I want can be sustained by being a coach and a healer. Like, what is this? Me, I'm not this type of a person. Like, no, there are people who can do healing and they just live an average life. I'm not that. No, God, no. Like, God, God was taking me out of being a CEO to do this work. And then I had to sit down and be like, my terms and conditions are this. I am not going to be broke. I'm going to do this, but I'm not going to be broke. And guess what? Of course, I don't make money from having a session with a person. I have sessions so many a day, but I don't make money from that. Money comes to me literally like, one of the ways that has happened lately is like a bank just asked me to show up, not even talk at the event, and they wanted to pay me a whole lot of money for it. They did. So I didn't work for that money 1 second. They paid it because that's all they were paying for. They paid that they know me. Like once in their lifetime, they met me and they know me and they believe that they should give me money. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you think you need the job to be taken care of, but God knows how to take care of you. And that's why you have to have that active communication, the active connection, where you say your terms and conditions, because you are allowed to say your terms and conditions. You say, I am not going to go and look for a crappy job I hate. I am going to do this thing, and this thing is going to take care of me in this way. Now, when the connection is strong enough, those things go right. Okay. So, because I hope that helps. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Zolisa, hey face. Oh, it's been so long, Zolisa. Oh my goodness, like 20 years I haven't seen you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And Tabi, hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Tabi says I needed to see this because I have a heavy heart. Thank you so much. So much is clearer now. Yes, Ntabi, please, a heavy heart is not good for connecting. You cannot connect with your higher self, your higher guides, your support team, your spiritual team. You cannot connect like that if your heart is heavy. Because when your heart is heavy, uyabalisa, you are like, oh no, why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? Yeah, you just like try clear that up. Try clear it up. So I normally teach my clients how to pray. And one of the things is that before you're going to start the prayer, okay, fine, once you are there in the prayer, you need to cleanse yourself. And cleansing yourself is that thing of bitching before you do stuff. You're not crying, you're not being whatever, but you just like let it all out. Then you start with the prayer. Because then your prayer is going to get somewhere once you've cleansed. You can't pray with a heavy heart. It does not help you at all. You can't even hear because another thing is, guys, when you pray, you don't pray and get up and go. You pray and then you wait for the answer. Literally, you wait. If you have to wait for an hour, I have waited for 2 hours. So, like literally wait for 2 hours for an answer. Okay, so we've been taught prayer in another way. And we have not been taught prayer that is a conversation. We've been taught prayer that we hope it works. And that is not prayer. That is wishful thinking. So, heavy heart, you need to cleanse it right there and get it done. When you're going to pray, just give yourself enough time to deal with stuff. And then you get into prayer, and then you have your request and whatever, and your gratefulness and all that stuff. And then you wait for answers. You don't just stand up and go. You wait for answers. You're supposed to come out with an answer. When you go to prayer, when you go to your altar, you're not supposed to come back empty-handed. You can read the Bible. Nobody has ever gone to an altar and came back empty-handed. If you're coming back empty-handed for a prayer, you're not doing it right. Come through on the 25th. You need to come back with something from your altar. You cannot come empty-handed. I promise you. You have not been praying if you come back empty. When you go to your altar, when you go to the Holy of Holies, when you go to the sacred place, you come back with something. Okay. And that also doesn't make sense. I know. I'm sorry. Okay. So D. Hi, D. D. I feel so depressed whenever I go to church. It's so intense. What does that mean? It's because you're going for the right reasons. You're not going for fun. It's supposed to be tense. Because if you're going for the right reasons, it's then you probably are not getting like you're doing that thing of not getting the answer. So, and I mean, you can have church at home, like literally, like I'm saying, you can have your altar at home and do that. And if you are getting the answer, the depression will not be there. So other people go to church for fun, to socialize and do stuff, and just like be in the whatever team and whatever committee, whatever. I mean, like people to go to church to get a boyfriend and stuff, like, and just like feel good that they know other people that know them, that they say they care for them and love them. I mean, people go to church for all sorts of stuff, but people don't go to church for the right reasons, which is the reason they should be going there, which also sometimes it's the reason they shouldn't be going there. So yeah, you are probably going for the right reasons, but then Didi tried to get something out of that. It's like I'm saying, when you set up your altar, and the 9 days of the goddess program will teach you how to set up an altar. And I don't even want to explain what an altar is, because we don't have enough time for that right now. But when you've set up your altar correctly, duh. So, and then now you go into that altar. You're supposed to leave the depression there and come out with something else. Hence, I'm saying when you're praying, you're not just supposed to pray and come back. So people just go to church and come back. That's not going to church for the right reason. Rather not go, because you're just wasting your, unless matter you just have that two-piece and put your makeup on. I mean, really, sometimes you need to go for this kind of stuff, but then doesn't help much. So when you set up your altar, Didi, you need to go there. There's stuff you need to discuss in that altar. Hence, you feeling the tense and the stuff you need to discuss there. We're not like serious stuff, so go do it. Go get things done. Okay, so where was I? I'm losing the comments. Please provide information for the Devon retreat. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I forgot. We have a Devon retreat on the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th of June. This is gonna be, so we always have a retreat every other 3 months. The retreat that we had last was in when end of March. We had a 3 days retreat, and it was totally amazing. One of the things that we did there was water cleansing, which was literally to let things remain in the past, because that is the most also important thing, is to let things that happened in the past remain in the past. When we carry things into the future, we get heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier, and then when you get this heavy stuff carried through, we then get blocked because we've carrying so much. So it was a beautiful retreat. It was so spiritual. We did so much stuff. So we're having another one in June in Devon, because I know I have been promising people in Devon that I'm going to do a retreat, and it never happened. So the date is out. It's the 2nd, it's the 3rd, and it's the 4th of June. I am going to put up a poster on my Instagram, and I'm going to put it up on here on YouTube. Also, I'm going to put it on my Facebook page that has all the information, how you are registering, how you are paying. You have like 3 months. You can pay like 3 installments or however, but just make sure you make it to Devon. That is going to be there. And we are going to be on the beach the whole entire time. We're going to be in Palito on the beach. The retreat is going to be on the beach in Palito the whole entire time. I cannot wait. So make sure that you check out my Instagram for the poster that has all the details, so that you can make sure that you are registering. Even if you're not paying now, just say that I'm coming. So, because we already have so many people that know about the retreat, they were just waiting for the date. So if you are coming, just let my PA know. So send a WhatsApp message again to that number, or send an email, pa@busichelesho.com, and say, I want to come through to the Devon retreat. It's in Palito in Devon on the beach. Yay. Thank you so much for reminding me that. Sipogazi, you are so right. I'm learning this. Oh yeah, thank you, Sipogazi. Sipogazi got me. Damn. Okay, so Okay, so let me just show you the number. Babalo, we type here the number. Okay, before I go there, let me read this. It's Kiss Angel. When you said it also manifests itself in physical, because I don't speak through that. I always say I'm fine, just avoid embarrassment. I'm struggling with it, my throat a lot. Yeah, babes, it's true, Nje. Your throat chakra is gonna block, and please, you know what, you don't want it to get worse, because I promise you it's the throat, and then it's gonna be a serious thing because you're still not listening. So it's a sign. Please get it done. Like, not speaking your truth is not because you're a bad person, it's just because you were probably taught to not do it. So you need to go and relearn that whole entire thing, heal from the things that stopped you from speaking your mind and standing up for yourself and all those kind of stuff. So I had the same thing for a long time, and it's because I just knew that I don't have parents, I don't have anybody to tell my problems, so I kept everything inside. And then so please get it fixed. I'll be joining on the 25th. Thank you, Nama Santos, for that. Ntabi saying is like, damn. Dogozo says, God hear prayers. Oh, God hear prayers and answer same time. I don't know why. Well, we were taught God, you must wait a long time for God, like Jesus is still having a soft life or something. Oh, hell no. God answers prayers immediately. Like, here, guys, I've seen stuff. And I mean, a lot of you that have listened to me in the past know that I always say that manifesting something takes at least 48 hours. Now, that is like maximum. You can have something manifest the next day in 24 hours, because that is how prayers work. You just have to be in alignment. That's all. Then you do your prayer in alignment. It happens. It has happened to me. Like, I'm Moshe this card, but you have seen things. Okay. I think I've answered everybody's question. Let me see on Instagram. Ntla Mdluli says, yay, can't wait for the retreat. Yes, Ntla, please join us. It's going to be totally amazing. I can't wait. Beach. Phela thina lana sina beach, angithi guys niyazi nini basedebeni ni-right ngalapho. Thina we don't have a beach here. So 3 days on the beach is going to be amazing. So it's 2, 4, and hard. 2, 3, and 4 June. So put it on your calendars. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I hope I have answered everybody's question. I think I have. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please click on the like button. Click on the subscribe button. Click on the notification bell if you're on YouTube. And let me know what other topics you want to talk about. So just put it, or if you are watching the replay, if you are now, put it in the comments, like, what are the things you'd like me to talk about? I'll do that. I am like gonna do more live videos because I know that you send me inboxes all the time. Then I just keep answering one inbox at a time. So it's good that I just answer all the inboxes in a video, and it makes easy for everybody. So thank you so much for tuning in. Please share with somebody. They will come back from work and watch it. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.